Hello everybody, welcome back to another Cyberspace VR video. I'm Landon, this is Sean. We are here to give you some more Oculus Quest action. This time, instead of Oculus Quest being against other headsets, we're chatting about Oculus Quest 2 versus Oculus Quest 1, the original.
So this is a really interesting, this matchup, right? You're looking at these two headsets that are obviously one's going to be better than the other because it's newer, at least it should be.
Right.
But let's talk about specifically what they changed.
Yep.
What changed between these two headsets?
Yeah, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do a spec by spec comparison, and then we'll kind of get into just, I guess, logistics, for lack of better words. And maybe even like looks and things like that, what's changed and what's better. So
Absolutely. Okay, so to start off, let's start with the most important thing when you're talking about VR, especially mobile VR, is the resolution. So the Oculus Quest 2 is 1832 by 1920 pixels per eye, so it's almost 4K. The Oculus Quest, the first one, is 1440 by 1600. So that's a pretty decent bump, right?
Yeah.
You're getting quite a few more pixels.
yeah,
I'm excited about that.
yeah, that's good. That's definitely a win in my book.
If they didn't upgrade this, that would be a big letdown. So.
Definitely. And what's cool about this, just to give some comparison, and go ahead and check out our videos on Quest 2 versus the Index, Cosmos, Rift S. We compare all three of them, but the Quest 2 has yet to lose. With all the headsets that are on the market right now, it beats them, every single one in this category. So,
and we're trying really hard to be unbiased here.
Yeah.
We haven't held the Quest 2 in our hands yet, but we're really trying to get down to the specs because, I myself am so excited. I fell super hard for their marketing. I think I'm just so excited for this thing, but I'm really trying to dive into the actual numbers to see if it's worth its salt.
Right.
So let's talk about screen refresh rate. So they both have a standard 72 hertz. The Oculus Quest 2, they have this weird little caveat that soon we're gonna have 90 hertz. So I think the display itself has the potential for 90 hertz, but they're still working on software to catch up there.
Yeah. Comparing this to other headsets, obviously it's the same and will be a bit better than the Quest 1, but this pretty much matches all the other headsets on the market besides the Index.
Yep.
So the Index is obviously the best in terms of refresh rate, but this one is pretty much the same to all the other ones, so that's awesome.
Yep, and 90 hertz is kind of like the market standard, right?
Yeah.
If you are any less than 90 hertz, then that's kind of...
By this point, it's bad.
Yeah, but this is good. So I'm pretty excited about that. That seems like... I wish it was better, but you can't.
You got it, yeah.
For a standalone headset, awesome. Great job.
Exactly.
Okay. The next one I think is worth mentioning, weight. So it's 10% lighter. The Quest 2 is 10% lighter. It's instead of 571 grams, it's 503 grams, which is 68 grams lighter.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for a better headset, probably has better processing. Well, definitely has better processing. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's going to have a bigger battery, so I don't know how they swung that one. But the battery capacity is the same, 2 to 3 hours. So the processor from the Oculus Quest 1 was the Snapdragon 835. Processor for the new one is the Snapdragon XR2. I don't really keep up to date with mobile processors, but it's better, obviously. RAM, instead of 4 gigabytes, it's 6 gigabytes.
Nice.
So that's a big jump.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's huge.
That's great.
The storage for the base model is still 64 gigabytes, but the original model could go up to 128. This one goes up to 256. And that's, I think it was $100 more on both, or maybe the other one was only $50 more. But still. A big move that Facebook made was that they are requiring a Facebook account for the new Oculus, which is kind of a big debate out there, and people are kind of mad.
Yeah, a lot of people are mad because they think Facebook's going to be requiring these Facebook accounts so that they can sell your data, which they are. They're going to. They can say whatever they want, but that's basically the purpose. We think our assumption is that they're taking somewhat of a loss on the Quest 2, and they're making up for it. They want the market share. That's why it's worth taking the loss, and they're going to make up for it by getting data and selling it. If this really concerns you, though, I would just make a fake Facebook account, get a stock photo, throw it on, call it good. The Oculus Quest, so this is different. The Oculus Quest original did not require that Facebook login. This one does.
Yep.
So that's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a big deal for a lot of people. For us, I don't really care.
Yeah, for me, it's like, if that's what they're asking for me to make a better headset cheaper than anything else, like, okay,
yeah.
I'll take it. I don't care.
Yeah, I've been logged into my Facebook account on the Oculus portal anyway. You know, like, this isn't
most
anything.
People are, I think.
So it isn't anything new for me.
It's just taking away their agency, taking away their choice of using it or not, and that's what makes people mad, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Whatever. We gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about a little bit of the cosmetic stuff?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's worth it.
At first I was kind of mad they went to a white color, but I like it now.
You like it?
It took me a little while, but I like it.
I like the idea of it because what other headset can you think of that's just pure white like that?
Yep.
Like all of them are dark colors, so that's pretty neat. I worry that the straps especially will get dirty and gross with sweat.
Yeah, good point.
Not a fan of that. No, I'm definitely not a fan of that.
We had Oculus Go's. We had 2 of them. Each of us had our own, basically, and we used them often. Yeah. And they were gray, and mine got a little gross.
Yeah, and gray is way better than white.
Right.
It still sucks in terms of looking nasty, but
yep.
That's my fear. I fear that the headset itself might get scuffed, might get... it's going to happen. You can't avoid that.
They should just ship it with a magic eraser and then...
There you go. That would be good. The Quest, the original Quest, obviously is the black, which doesn't show any of that dirt. So.
And my cousin had an Oculus Quest that he used all the time, and it got pretty gross still, even though it was black. So maybe it was just like, well, let's just make it look nice at launch, and then people can worry about it later.
Yeah, that could be.
Something I'd like to point out with this is the strap for the original Quest was actually, in my opinion, better than this stock strap. If you look, this one had like a cradle that came below the bottom of your skull, and that held it on a little bit tighter without being painful. This one doesn't have that. It's more of a just single strap with a top band. They are selling the additional equipment for it, so you can have the headband. That costs another $50.
Which is still $50 cheaper than the original price.
Right.
We'll talk about price in a second.
Yep. And they're also offering the extended battery, which goes into that head strap. You have to buy like the specific head strap for it. You can't just like add it in later. So there's that. I love that upgradability. If you look here, the cameras are actually smaller, which I think is really cool. These cameras are kind of big, but these ones are tiny and kind of tucked in.
Gives it a nice sleek look.
Right. I think that's really awesome that they're kind of just consolidating.
Yeah. I think in general, cosmetically, I think it's an upgrade.
Yep.
The white looks awesome. My fear is it'll get dirty, so maybe a little bit of a downgrade there. But just in general, I think it's great. Let's talk a little bit about the link cable.
Okay.
Because it started with the original Quest, but was more on the beta side. So let's see what your thoughts
So the link cable, Oculus announced this whole Oculus Link thing a while ago. I think it was over a year ago. And they entered into beta, so you could buy a link cable for $80, or you could try and use a USB-C cable, like USB-C to USB-C somewhere. But that was kind of touch and go. There's a lot of experimentation. So just for future reference, in my opinion, you shouldn't try and figure out an Amazon cable like somewhere. You should just go buy the Oculus Link cable. You'll have a lot less hassle. So that was on here, but it worked. It was kind of unstable. But now they're going into full launch with the Oculus Quest 2, and I think I have really high hopes. In fact, I've pre-ordered the Oculus Quest 2 with a link cable, fully expecting to use that as my only PC VR experience for my own personal use.
Yep.
So
yeah, let's talk about the price of that a little bit. It's going to be $80 if you want to use their cable, which we recommend. And like he said, the cool thing about it is you can go full PC VR, and you don't have to worry about processing or anything like that, and it is very comparable to some of the top headsets on the market, or you just go mobile. So today you want to go mobile, go to your friend's house. Tomorrow you want to hunker down and chill on your PC, great, whatever you want. Maybe you don't have a PC, you don't want to afford one, you don't want to have to pay for one, doesn't matter, you got the option. So
yep, I'm really excited. It's so telling. Like, Oculus released this headset at the perfect time, right? This is the console war. This is when everybody's deciding what their next gaming experience is going to be.
Right, are you going to Christmas?
Are you going to buy an Xbox Series X or S? Are you going to buy a PlayStation 5? Or are you going to go kind of the different route and get an Oculus Quest 2? And they released it at a really great price point.
Yeah. It's going to be less than those other consoles.
Same price as the Xbox Series S.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
But the X is more expensive.
X is $500, I want to say.
It's going to be around that. It has to be.
So
PS5 is probably around.
Yeah,
there too.
PS5 I think is 4.
Okay.
So there's a lot of variance this year with the console prices, but the Quest 2 is coming in $300, undercutting most of them.
Yeah. I would check out, we made videos about what's the deal with PS5 VR, PSVR 2, what's the deal with Xbox S and X VR in the future. There are some rumors that Oculus might partner up with with Xbox and Microsoft, and there might be some capability to throw on a Quest in there with a cable and things like that.
I would love that.
That would be so sweet. So that is definitely a win in the Oculus Quest book. If it could hook up to Microsoft and Xbox, and that's how Xbox decides to get into the VR market, that'd be sweet.
That they would sweep the nation with that, in my opinion. So, like, for example, I'm buying an Oculus Quest 2, for sure, guaranteed. Let's say early next year, or maybe towards the end of this year, Oculus and Xbox come out and they're like, hey, we're actually coming out with a new Link system. You buy a little extra box or something. I don't know what they do. But you can connect your Oculus Quest to your Xbox and play games in VR that way. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And it would be like, well, I can't get a PlayStation anymore because why would I do that? I already have a Quest. So they rope a lot of people into buying an Xbox. I think that'd be very smart.
Very smart, very cool. Possibility. We're not saying that that's going to happen, but it could.
Yep.
So check out our video. We have a whole video about that and why we think that could be a thing. Anyways, back to just the Quest 2. Let's talk about price.
Price, yeah, $300 versus $400, but...
Well, let's clarify. $400 for the old boy.
Yep.
$300 for the new boy.
Yep. So, like, let me go to eBay right now. Let's see. Let's see. eBay, and let's just find an Oculus Quest 2 right now, right? Like, not...
Or Oculus Quest 1.
Yeah, Oculus Quest 1. Oculus Quest. And see how much they are. They're still selling for a lot of money. This one's pre-owned for $225. This one's pre-owned for $165, $250. So you can, let's just say used price, you can get one for $250.
Sure. Yep. So $250 compared to getting the brand new headset that is basically destroying the market. Like, better than a lot of these other headsets. Check out our other videos to see why. Definitely worth it for sure. In terms of how it compared new, so when this was new it was $400. When this is new it will be $300. But you'll probably want to get the new head strap, battery pack, link cable if you have a PC. So expect, if you want all the fixins, I would expect to pay around $430. But if not, if you just want the base model, $300. That's revolutionary. It's awesome.
That's I can't believe they're doing that.
It's insane.
It seriously is awesome.
It's fantastic.
Yep. So. Especially for people that are just barely getting into VR, right? Like, you don't have an Xbox already. Like, for people that are upgrading to the new Xbox, they probably already have a lot of games on their account that they can just download.
Yep.
But for this, you know, people are just barely entering VR. They need to spend a lot of money just to get into it. So maybe that you spend your $300 on a new headset, another $200 on great games. You know, you need Beat Saber, Super Hot, Arizona Sunshine, Pavlov, whatever else. I don't even know if they have Pavlov for the Quest yet, but
maybe not.
Lots of games that you can get. Robo Recall, horror games, all those things. And then you're really good. You're in a good place. You have tons of games to play.
Yeah.
You have this awesome kick-A headset that will just take care of you.
One thing I'd also say is worth mentioning with the upgrades in refresh rate, resolution, things like that, this is going to be the new best headset for watching movies. Stay tuned because we're going to be making a whole video about that.
Yep.
We might make that in the next couple weeks, but we also might wait to have the headset in our hands to make that video.
Yep.
But I mean, it's just going to kick butt when it comes to laying down in your bed, looking at the ceiling, but you're actually watching a whole IMAX looking movie.
Right.
It's going to be so cool. So I guess just to sum it up, the Oculus Quest 2 is a huge upgrade from the Oculus Quest. Check out our other videos because we talk about why it's beating all the headsets that are currently on the market, and we'll continue to do so. So
yep, absolutely. But anyway, let us know in the comments if you think that we missed anything with the Oculus Quest 1, or if you think that the Oculus Quest 2 is kind of a scam to get people to spend more money, or spend money and then sell their data. Let us know if we missed anything. We'd love to hear your opinions. If you agree, if you disagree, whatever.
Yeah, and if you disagree, doesn't mean you have to dislike the video. You don't have to hit that thumbs down button. Hit the thumbs up and then tell us why you disagree. No problem. We'll get back to you and we'll have a nice little chat in the comments. But yeah, subscribe and we'll see you next time.